Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. I'm super excited. I'm sorry for the voice. Yesterday, we went to see Yes, and we did have. I wasn't singing along that much, but at the end, after the concert, because we're going to talk about this, of course, we ended up in kind of like a bar, which we usually don't do. And just the talk in that bar was just impossible. You had to scream at each other. So we were with some friends, and yeah, so that's my voice is completely destroyed today. Was super nice. We went with Lee and Mike, and we met a new subscriber who was there. His name is Bruce. So thank you so much again for coming with us, and we had a great time yesterday after the Yes concert. So today we have a request here for Eric. And I'm super excited to do this. And it's so funny because I just did a video yesterday by myself, which is a drum reaction to Alan Holdsworth. I'm not going to spoil which song, but it's a great. I grabbed a video of this guy who's amazing. And today, Eric, calls me up, not calls me up, but, writes me up, and he requested this marathon of these drummers. So that's we had like the same idea, I guess. I'm super happy about this because I've been watching more videos, drum videos. Now, these are we have the first one. Let me just cycle through them real quick. I have them loaded up here. So the first one is Anup Sastry, I guess. This is from the Cinematic Orchestra Horizon. So this is, yeah, I guess this is the name of the artist, Anup Sastry. The Cinematic Orchestra, we have done 2 reactions. One, unfortunately, was blocked. I don't know why, but, it's every, company works a little bit different. So I guess, yeah, that's what happened. So, so Eric T provided me here with the links. Here it is. Steve Gadd is from Asia. Sealy Dan. The Asia drum fills. That's gonna be awesome to see. Can't wait. I love it. Then we're gonna watch Gavin Harrison from Porcupine Tree, The Sound of Muzak. Awesome. Can't wait. Then Thomas Lang drum solo. This is called Drumeo. Oh, it's the channel Drumeo. Okay. And last but not least, Thomas Pridgen, State of Grace. So yeah, so we have a lot of good stuff here. I'm super excited. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. I'm just gonna wear the glasses so I can see better, And here it is. Boom. Here we go. All right. Let's sit here on this side a little bit and let's enjoy together. Here we go. I hope there's no commercials. I did play the video from the beginning, but YouTube sometimes just puts in ads, but let's hope not. Again, thank you so much to the community, for reaching 82,000 subscribers, 82,200 almost. It's like, I can't believe it. There's a lot of videos that are being watched that I don't even remember. And it's just such fun to watch them, like when we started, and I love it. Thank you so much, guys. And thank you so much again, Eric T, for sponsoring this video. Yesterday, I'm sorry if I talk a little bit funny. I bit into my tongue. I don't know how that happens. But yeah, it hurts a little bit, so I'm a little bit careful. So yeah, stuff happens. So here we go with the Cinematic Orchestra Horizon drum cover. Here we go. Wow, man. Wow. Congratulations, Anup. This was amazing. Thank you so much for showing me this. Um, this was great. And I love that. I mean, he's not even using that much equipment. You know, the drum kit is not that big, and then I don't know if this was the original track. I don't think it was the original. I mean, the original. He was not trying to play over the drums. He just basically came up with his drum version to that song. And I love how he basically was adding all these like syncopated rhythms. It was never just like, you know, it was, he kept the rhythm, but it was like a little bit in a different time signature than the song, which is so cool. And he did a lot with very, with, with, with only a, you know, with a small drum kit, you know. And because you see these drum kits with these, I mean, I don't know, there's just like uh I mean, I don't know, he had like the snare, and then um the, what is it called, the big tom on the right, and then one on the top. Usually there's two or three or five, you know. And then um yeah, it's just really really good. And it's so, I just had this idea. I know, because I usually always add like a bonus video or a bonus track, and I already know what I'm gonna do. Oh my god, please stick to the end. I'm gonna play an amazing drum performance by uh what is it called, what's his name, um Smith, but it's, I think it's Steven Smith. And you're gonna love it, from Vital Information. And that, I remember, is it Steven Smith? He used to play with Journey. He was the drummer, Journey. Let me see. Steve. Okay. Steve Smith. He was in the band Journey, but he's also an amazing jazz. I guess he was always a jazz drummer, and then he joined Journey, you know. You're gonna, this is gonna blow your socks off. So please stick to the end to watch Steve Smith play. I'm gonna add that as a bonus. You're gonna love it, with Vital Information. Okay. Next one. This is from Hudson Music. I don't. It doesn't say who it is, or maybe it is Steve Gadd playing the drum fills for the song Asia, performed by Steely Dan. So I think it is Steve Gadd, because the video looks a little bit older. Let's pull it up here. Okay. All right. Full screen, and here we go. Oh, I thought this was an ad. I was like, nah. So if there is an ad, you know, let's just let it play. I'll edit it out later. Oh, you know. Okay, here is Steve Gadd. I love it that it says I'm a mission from Gadd, like we're on a mission from God. You know. I think that, I don't know what movie was that in. I don't know. Might have been Monty Python or something. But yeah, you let me know. You guys know more.
And it's easy to keep them going.
So you see, like here, like if you're looking, I don't know if you can see the mouse. You can see this. Maybe you can't. But I mean, he has the snare drum. Then the two, I think Tom. I'm sorry, I'm not a drummer. You know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, you know, the hi hats, and I think this is called the I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say more. Ask me on guitars. Anything on guitars? How to assemble them, put them back together, and ask me that. But drums, I'm just not that well like versed. So I'm sorry if you're a drummer and I'm watching these drum videos and I'm like complete idiot. But I do know how to appreciate music. So let's continue. So, but you see like how big this drum kit drum kit is in comparison to the first one. So
that, and then if you take a Radima cue, now that's a rudiment that alternates. But if you use the one that starts with the right hand and use the right foot and start it with the right foot instead of the right hand. So those were the kind of fills that I was using at the end of that thing. And then there's like it's the pattern is like right foot, right hand, left, right. And you change the rhythm a little bit, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Was basically that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't remember exactly what it was, but and it was just like they asked, for fills between those figures. So, and that's how I filled.
Oh, that's the video that I'm going to show you guys. Steve Smith. There he was. Oh, man. Oh, calm, man. All right. That was really cool. So let's just educate us real quick. So I don't look like a complete fool. Let's see. All right. So, okay. All right. So the snare drum, okay? Then we have the bass drum, the tom. That's what I meant. The tom. The tom is the big one on the right. And then the ones, oh, here we go. Maybe you can look at this. So the bass drum is obviously the one where you use the feet with, the bass. Then the mid tom, the high tom. So this guy in the first video was only using a high tom and hi-hats, crash. I was going to say crash. The ride on the right side. And then the low floor. He was using only a high tom and a low floor tom. And he wasn't using the mid tom, but he did have the snare. So, yeah. Okay, so that's educational here, right here. So, oh God, I have all these tabs open. I apologize. Okay, let's get back to the third video. Okay. All right, let's pull up. Okay, so Gavin Harrison, what to say about this guy? He's amazing. I mean, I've heard him in Porcupine Tree. I just saw a quote where he talks about basically the song that I reviewed, and I don't want to spoil it from the video that I guess I'll post in 2 days or something after this. He said it was one of the best fusion albums ever recorded. That's the one where I took the sample, the drum sample, the drumming from. And I don't know, maybe if you know me well enough, you might know what song I did, or at least which artist I chose. I'm sure you guys know already. I'm too predictable. Okay, so Gavin, here we go. Let's give it up for Mr. Harrison. Here we go. Oof, that's a big drum set. Wow. He's so good. And I've never seen, I've always, and it's funny that when I listen to Porcupine Tree, I don't focus that much on the drums, but they are so proggy, and so good. It's, man, what a feast for the ears and eyes this is. And I'd never even seen the guy, I didn't you know how he looked like physically. So it's all coming together here. Beautiful drum kit. Look at this. I mean, the colors and, man, all these little details here. Like, this is very Neil Peart or Mike Portnoy-ish. The biggest drum set I've ever seen, I think, must be what's his name? Bozio. Bozio? Terry Bozio? I think that's a whole different universe that guy operates in. I'll do a Terry Bozio reaction, but it doesn't have to be from you guys. I'm just gonna do one, just like the one we're gonna do at the end. I love it. Now, of course, I've heard this song before. I didn't really remember that that was the title of the track, but I've heard this so many times. I just like I've never really. I think this is the world that we live in with digital media. You know, since when you don't own the CD, even though I'm sure I own the CD by now because we got so many CDs, but I feel almost bad, opening them up, and I will eventually, when we run out of internet, and basically we live in a dystopian society, where we have no light, and I'm just kidding. No, but I will eventually. I just right now I haven't really gotten to it because of time, work, and we don't have the space to store them. I really want to have a wall where I have complete and perfect vision of all the CDs, and then I can, choose them and go through them. Here, it's just too small. Once we buy our house, we already have it planned. We're gonna have a wall where we have all the CDs, and then we're gonna open them one by one. But the thing that I'm talking about is, since I don't know, like when I go on Spotify, and I'm pointing here, I play the album, but I don't have that relationship that when I used to buy a CD. Let's just grab this one, for example. Here. I'm sure this was Tony, because Tony sent us like 60% of all the CDs that we have. So basically, when you had a CD back in the day, I mean, you would open it up. It was like a ritual, right? And then you would take out the booklet and literally spend like 2 hours just reading everything and listening to the music. And basically you would, like, when you would think of this album, you would have a color in your head of the album. You would basically learn how to draw the logo, you learned all who's on the album, but you literally learned everything, the title, the lyrics. I mean, I have so many memories, and I still know all the Metallica names of each track, what number of track, like even the entire Iron Maiden collection, the first 10 albums, by heart. I know almost the time, how long they are, and yeah. So that's basically what you used to do, and since I never did that with Porcupine Tree, of course I know the song, but I don't really know all the. When it comes on, I'm like, oh, this is this track, but I haven't memorized everything, So now I spend 5 minutes, talking about myself, of course, but well, that's why we're here, I guess. Okay, let's continue. Awesome.
Thank you very much. You're too kind already. I'm going to play some tracks from my record I made with a guy called 05 Rick. I met this guy on MySpace one day. He requested to be my friend, and I'm a bit cagey about making man friends on the internet. If you know what I mean. So I got together with this guy. I really liked what he wrote. He's a drummer, he's a bass player. He sings. He's a multi-talented guy, and we got on really great.
Steve Wilson.
So we wrote some tracks together, and I'm going to play a couple of them tonight. This one's called Centered.
No. Okay, so it wasn't. Oh, of course it wasn't. Oh, let me just type. What are we gonna do? Was this it? I think this was it, right? Okay. Let's do this here. So, but I mean, was that Steven Wilson that he was talking about? No, because he's not a drummer or a bass player. But that would have been funny to like, oh, that's how I met Steven through MySpace, right? I never really got. I think I did have MySpace, but I never really used it. I think I just set it up and learned how to like. I think I learned how to like add all these different things to it so that it would be shining and it would like very nice, and instead of the mouse cursor it was a musical note. I learned how to do that, but I never really had like, I guess everybody had it, but it wasn't like, I was not like a MySpace freak. I was never into social media. I mean, yes, I do have Facebook. I never used it. I never read everything that I had to read and all. I was never really interested, you know. Okay, so Thomas Lang drum solo. This is from the website Drumeo. Let's see if there's a little bit more information down here. Thomas Lang has headlined at every major international drum festival and toured the world many times over as a solo performer, as well as playing with artists including Tina Turner, Kelly Clarkson, Robbie Williams, the Commodores, George Michael, and Victoria Beckham. Oh, wow. Okay, so now we know a little bit more. Okay, let's give it up for him. Here we go. Let's pull up the screen, and here we go. I love his little like table with a cell phone, his watch, his little towel. You got to give it to musicians. I love that everybody has their setup, the way to do things. I'm the same, you know. I never really I take off my watch when I play. Sometimes I keep it on, but usually when I'm going to know it's going to be, because you do sweat and it's kind of sucks to wear a watch, especially a drummer. Oh my God. And you're moving your hands so quickly, but I love this view from a top. This is like my favorite view to see drummers perform, and I think the Steve Smith video is also like this, but here you see again. So this is what we learned, you know, that do you see my mouse? I think you do. Now I actually know the names. It was about time, right? Okay, here we go. Crazy how he controls that. It's so crazy how he controls with the 2 feet the double, you know, the bass drum, and like literally he, like they do like this, but also they do like he can control the time signature. It's so crazy. It's wow, amazing. That it's so cool to see these professionals, like these people that have put thousands of hours, into their craft. And as a musician myself, I remember the first time I grabbed the guitar, and it was so hard, and it was so my finger, like I was just playing with one finger, like the first day, right? And I couldn't even hold the pick right, and it was just like so difficult to get this into emotion. And then when you see like the drummer, like this rolling effect, this that it takes so long to get that liquid, playing. And also with the guitar now, when I play a scale, I have this it took so long to get, and then but you feel, after months and then years, and then you play another year, and then you feel like, oh my god, I am better than last year. It's every hour, every I don't know, 500 to 1,000 hours, you feel like I've really made a jump here. And then suddenly you get stuck, and then maybe you stop playing a little bit, or you stop playing for a year, and then you start again. It's like, and then you're like, oh my god, I'm actually way better than before. And then you change your technique. And what I've been through, the times I've changed my style and my sound, and then you get softer, you're not as loud, you know how to, be more, incorporate yourself better into the band, and you deal with so many different, it's such a cool thing, to play music for a living. It's so interesting because you meet so many different musical characters, and everybody has their little like thing, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I just love it. But okay, so this guy was like technically insane. Like, wow. I'm still gonna think you guys gonna love Steve Smith at the end. I guess this guy is just technically insane. But let's see. We're gonna look at Thomas Pridgen here. Pridgen. Here it is. Let me just, without showing all my personal stuff on my computer, let's go. All right, here we go. Now I must say this is my favorite because the music, the backing track is trippy. You know, that's just the music that I love. You know, the jazz fusion. I don't know, man. I and this guy, I mean, there's so much feel. There's a lot of technique, but there's also a lot of passion involved. Like, I don't know, it's just like the way he plays is very, it's not very, it doesn't feel that robotic as to other. I'm not saying that the ones that I watched right now were robotic in any way. They're all very amazing, but I don't know, something about him. Um, his fluidity is just so like, I don't know, but maybe it's just because of the music. But I love it. All of them have been amazing so far. Like, I can't say anything about, but let's continue. But I just love the whole the slap back echo there at the beginning, and now this with the sax. And maybe it's the music in the background, you know, also. Wow. The way he reached for his drink, that was insane. I thought like no, we don't want that. Okay. Actually, it's time to put on my bonus. Wow, this was just incredible. Thank you so much, Eric. Yeah, masters. I mean, we're surrounded by masters here. Let me pull up. I do have, you know, I'm gonna pause the video real quick because I wanna. Oh wait, maybe it's in my history. Steve Smith, vital information. Let's see. Because it took me so, yes, it's called Mr. TC, and this is with one of my favorite guitar players, Frank Gambale, Tom Coster, and Baron Brown. So yeah, check this out. So let's see what happens if there's a commercial. I guess we'll just let it run. Let's see. Oh, there's not. Okay. Thank God. Some videos just don't have, I guess, since he doesn't have that many views for some reason, which is a shame. Okay, wait, here we go. So this is the bonus edition for Eric's marathon. Steve Smith and Vital Information, Mr. TC. Hope you enjoy. Let's go. Jesus. Wow. Crazy. I remember when I first saw this and I was like, what are they doing? Like, because that was when I was still, just listening to some metal and a little bit of prog rock, but holy moly. And then I guess when I watched this, I was impressed, but I was like, this is too much. Like, I don't know what's happening. I loved what Frank Gambale was doing. His arpeggios and stuff, but it was not reachable. Like, I couldn't really understand it, and I obviously watched it so many times after. And then when I got into jazz and stuff, and I began to play better and stuff like this, like sweep picking and chromatic scales, and I rewatched and I was like, now it all makes sense. And today, obviously, it makes so much sense. Now on the drums, I don't know how many times he changed, time signatures. I'm sure he did, but also techniques. I mean, the way he was playing very like softly and a lot of, that I think the ride. Now that I know the terms, I used to know them. I just since I'm not a drummer, I don't get into it too much. But I remember this whole video. This was a too long instructional video on the history of drums, not just the performance that it had, like 5 performances like this, but it was more about, okay, this is he would literally explain the year and how people would, how history and music would add a new element to the drum kit, and it would just expand and get bigger and bigger, and why, and through blues and through jazz and then jazz fusion. And so I really recommend, if you can watch the whole thing with Stephen Smith, and I think it's called The History of the Drum Kit or something, or American History of Music or something like that. But just look it up, Steve Smith, and you'll find it. It's about 90 minutes or something. But yeah, so I hope you did enjoy. I had a great time. Thank you so much, Eric, for this awesome marathon. Thank you for getting back to me, because something is going on with Buy Me a Coffee, where you type in your stuff that you want a reaction to, and it doesn't send me the information. And then I guess sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you can always send me an email. Also, if you're interested in a marathon, please email me. The email is on YouTube, NicknLex 11@gmail.com. Let me know. But thank you so much. I hope you had a lot of fun. If you're a drummer, of course, I mean, you're gonna love this. But also, if you're a music lover, I'm sure you're gonna enjoy. And if you're rock or metal drummer or prog rock or jazz fan, I'm sure there's a little bit here for everyone. So thank you again so much, and I'll see you in the next video.